And we are live. And by welcome back, I really feel like I'm welcome back. I missed three of the last Umbraco
3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks.
I don't think anyone missed my bedroom, but I'm here, and we are joined today by Laura from Germany, from Byte5. Hello, Laura. How are you?
Hey.
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, as we've introduced Laura, Laura is responsible for a lot of content coming from Byte5. You are a content fairy.
Yes, exactly. That's me.
And you are one of the people behind one of the best, in my opinion, personal opinion, festivals across the globe. So Umbraco German Festival, which is in next week, right? Next Friday.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we were chatting for a while before going live, and we can just repeat that you are all prepared, everything is already done, and
exactly.
we are just waiting for people.
Yes, I'm so bored right now.
Yeah, that's why you've joined, right? The umbraCoffee, of course.
Because nothing else going on. No, but there's still tons to do, but we're ahead of our schedule, so that's going well, but still lots to do.
That's awesome. And it's next week in Frankfurt.
Yes.
And on the Friday, and then there's an awesome pre-party on the Thursday. Can you reveal any secrets for the pre-party? I know you've had some special cocktails before.
Yes. That's our personal cocktail guy, Hendrik, and he'll be there as well again this year. And also on Friday. So there will be Umbraco themed cocktails, and there's some music and just hanging out and talking to people, and maybe there's some special features this year.
This year, I'm probably choosing to attend pre-party rather than after party, because I need to balance between family time and party time. So yeah, this time pre-party probably, but yeah, I'm still tempted. And Laura, you've shared with us the website, of course, and we can all see that we have a great lineup of speakers. Of course, I'm and Callum, we are also speaking there. We will be doing an umbraCoffee live from there. So you, our watchers, you won't miss anything from there. And we have a lot of great, amazing speakers also there. There's agenda is amazing, and we have a schedule somewhere. I have it open here. So yeah, if you are still thinking if it's worth to attend the event, I'm more than sure that it is. And Laura, you said that you still have some spare tickets, right? And free tickets for attendance. So yeah, if you are watching us and you have a close connection to Frankfurt, Germany, which is an amazing city, and I can't wait to be there once again. Come to the website, and there should be somewhere a button to buy tickets and attend the event. And speaking about events, we have a lot of amazing events in the community already being fired up or coming up. Callum, you've been attending the Umbraco Spark.
Yeah.
I rewatched UmbraCoffee. It's a really weird feeling to rewatch the UmbraCoffee, but I rewatched the UmbraCoffee, and I've seen that it was a great event as well, right? Can you?
Yeah, it was really cool. We were saying again before we went live, and I think everyone was saying this last week, that for the first event that Jibe have done in the Umbraco community, this was really, really good. And I think there was around 100 people there, which is a fantastic number of attendees for a first ever, I don't know if we can call it a festival, but a conference. And the atmosphere was really cool. I don't think anything really screwed up. The food was good. I don't think anyone can really complain. It was a really, really good day.
Nice. And you said it's first one, so there will be more of them. I'm more than sure. So I'm really curious if it will evolve even higher and become even better. But it's supposed to be. Okay, we are talking about sizes, so let's talk about the biggest event in Umbraco community now. And as we are having Laura here. Laura, last year it was your first Goat Garden.
Yes.
Maybe we can use you to share some insights from the first timer at Goat Garden, why people are trying to go there, and if you are planning to attend this year's edition, maybe.
Yeah, I would really like to attend again this year. I'm not sure yet whether I can because of my workload, but I think that's a problem everyone has. So I would really like to go again because it was so nice to meet all the people. And it's really true what they say about the Umbraco community, that everyone is so friendly and very open. And yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah, I've said for a long time, I think until you've been to either an Umbraco festival or maybe even Code Garden, you don't really get the community, because the energy over those 3 days is absolutely unreal. And you come back with loads of ideas, feeling inspired, probably with a bit of a headache as well. It's a really fun days. I think into every Umbracian.
Yeah,
at least
some cars are being flipped, etc., etc. Of course, we all know that. But yeah, that's true, and I can just agree that I joined the community spirit just after attending my first festival. And when we were talking before going live as well, all of the festivals are kind of small code gardens, and meetups are even smaller festivals, and so there is always a point of jumping into the Umbraco community and starting to feel this spirit, and it can escalate, and you can visit Code Garden, which is the biggest event, and it's in May this year. And what's important to be noticed this week, that on Monday, the last part of discounted tickets is the last discounted tickets are possible to be bought. So if you are still considering going, that's probably the last time to save some money for Danish sweets, treats, and everything else like that. And Callum, I don't know if you've spoken about it last week. This part was missing from my rewatch yet, but I've seen some pretty cool new speakers being announced. Yourself included.
So I'll be doing a kind of improved version of the talk I did last week at Umbraco Spark about migrating V7 sites over to V8. If we should, what you could do, what's actually involved, what changes there. And also then there's a few that have been added this week, I think. So Owen Williams and Christian Steinmeier are pairing up to do this Imposters in the Cloud, kind of a getting started on how you're going to make your first site on Cloud, which actually I think would be a really, really cool session. I think they'll be drawing from the experience of the High Five You Rock website that they're currently working on. I believe.
Yep, and if we're speaking about Code Garden, there's also a new initiative. There's a lot of initiatives with Code Garden, new initiatives especially, and this one is called the Dream Corner, and it will be driven by a newly hired member of Umbraco HQ, Niels, who is responsible for UI and UX designs, if I'm correct. And there is also a blog post released this week about his persona, his background, and his passions, as usual. Umbraco is sharing after the new hire, and it looks really cool. One more area to just jump by, to exchange some interesting thoughts with community, and finally we will be also able to sketch ideas and sketch our umbraCoffee logos on the walls probably.
It sounds like a fantastic way for HQ to get some free advice off the community, but in a kind of a constructive way. So Sebastian will be there as well, and it will be kind of about how we can what we think maybe needs changing or fixing or improving, and Niels can help sketch out some ideas, and maybe they can take those back to HQ, or Sebastian can help make a pull request. Maybe a first pull request for someone, who knows?
It's a great relation to the perplexes dreams of something. I remember those blog posts by Jeffrey saying that I'm dreaming about Umbraco back office right now or something. I'm dreaming about Umbraco security, so everyone can be a dreamer during the Code Garden, and maybe those dreams may come true.
In fact, Jeffrey is doing a talk at Code Garden. My dream about V8, like future V8. What should it look like? What should it do? And he's really good at making sure his sessions are balanced. They're not necessarily incredibly code heavy, and they are looking at things from multiple perspectives. When he's discussed security before, and when he's discussed the editor experience, and a few different things. He's always tried to keep that balance. So it would be really good to have a session there that's not just, I want these APIs to be fixed. It will be back office focused. And that will be really interesting. Editor focused.
Yeah. And Laura, you've been attending Code Garden for the first time. Did you have any support? You obviously had your team members with you, but did you feel that, I don't know, community really welcomed you well on the event? How was your initial entry to the community outside of the team members, I would say.
Yeah, it was fantastic because I thought like I'm an editor, I'm not a developer. I felt like I'm an outsider of some sort, but it was so great, and I didn't feel like that at all. It was just a worry that I had, and it wasn't like that. It was really cool.
Did you hear about the UBuddy idea for this year?
I did, and my boss Chris, he's joining as a German UBuddy.
Oh yeah, nice. And Owen, who was one of the guests in the past umbraCoffee, one of the past umbraCoffees, shared the latest infos about 3 amazing UBuddies, Matthew, Ravi, and Paul. And there are also other personas being described on the blog. And Owen asked me before today's umbraCoffee to remind myself included to fill this form.
Yeah, I only did mine a couple of days ago.
I totally forgot about it too. So yeah, I'm one of the UBuddies as well, and our role will be to help everyone who is there for the first time to even feel better if we are speaking about the community spirit and just welcoming community, etc., etc. So yeah, every UBuddy fill the form to be described on the Owen's blog. That would be really helpful. So hopefully really helpful for people who will be finding and matching UBuddies even before going to Goat Garden. And Callum, last event which we want to talk about today is something new, right? On the map.
Something really new, and I think quite different. So for a little while, I have had this idea brewing. It's maybe been a year, and Marcin, we've discussed this.
Yeah, a lot.
But, the idea that there's some places around the world that don't get too much love from festivals, or maybe don't even have a meetup, and that it would be cool to do some kind of one-off event in those places. And it would be even cooler if we could do them as part of a series and maybe travel around. So the idea is, and I kind of unveiled this last week, the Umbraco Roadshow, which is not technically a roadshow because between all of the dates we're doing, we're flying, but that doesn't matter. Effectively, in 2 weeks' time, we're visiting 4 locations in Europe: Serbia, Spain, Poland, and Portugal. And we'll be touring with a couple of, well, some really great speakers actually from the community, as well as people who are local. So the idea is to try and ignite some kind of interest in these places, make sure that they can maybe run more regular meetups. We'll be bringing HQ along. We'll be bringing Marcin, you're joining in Poland. We have Carol, Emma, Henk, Damien, like a ton, and then Stefan and Kenneth from HQ. Some really fantastic people joining along the way. So yeah, and the plan is to do more of these if this works well. If you know anyone that's maybe in one of these places, go along to the website, sign up. There's a register page, and you can put your details in. Yeah, so it starts on the 8th and it finishes on the 15th.
Nice. And just an implementation details, this page is on Umbraco V8, right?
It's actually not. So the talk I did last week is about migrating this site over to V8.
Ah, that's nice. That's one more reason to attend this talk, to see how this migration will go. Nice. It's a great idea. Yeah, as you've said we were talking about it a lot, and I think that it's just the beginning, and it may really become something bigger. And yeah, the dream of driving through the countries or continents with bunch of people who are sharing their knowledge and passion to software in this case, and not only software, because it's just a like-minded bunch of people. That's amazing. Yeah, safe travels.
Thanks. And if anyone is kind of around these places, you don't have to be in the country. See if you can come along. We were talking with Laura before, like, oh, Warsaw's not that far from Frankfurt. Maybe someone from Frankfurt could come over for the event. I don't know. There's opportunities, and actually this is, as I said, about trying to grow these little communities, but it's for everyone that maybe is aware of this to help try and promote it and publicize it. So if you know someone in Serbia, let them know about the event, tell them to come along, or in and around Poland. Like people can come along, anyone can come along, and it's kind of our responsibility to make sure people know about this.
Yeah. You've heard, Laura. Warsaw is still not so far from Frankfurt. And Callum, you are starting from Frankfurt, right? You are.
Yeah. Sorry, I am actually leaving Frankfurt for Serbia after the German festival. So it's like a 2-week trip.
Cool. Nice. So yeah, that's all about events, only events. But there were also a lot of other things inside of our community in this week, and we've noticed a couple of them. Let me share my screen and just scan through them, because we were mentioning Umbraco V8 a couple times already, and feedback from Damien. Zoomed in. Some people shared, and I think that it's a good feedback from in terms of Umbraco V8 adoption, because it really changed some of the approaches and some of the ways of thinking about Umbraco. And this one is particular about time of setting up the multilingual versioned page, which is running in the web. And 10 minutes from downloading Umbraco V8 to output of first. That's amazing, and that's great to see. And I think that there will be more examples like that of pages.
I think I've said a few times the editor experience in V8 is super slick and gets you up and running really quickly. Have you played with it, Laura, at all?
Not yet, no. Unfortunately, yeah.
So there's I mean, you may be a bit busy on Thursday next week, but there is the hackathon just before the event. And
exactly.
Perhaps that's an opportunity for someone to help you get started with V8. I don't know. Maybe it would be cool for you to experience it. I think it's really
yes. Yep. I'm thinking of doing a German translation of the of certain parts. So that would be and it's also my first hackathon, so I'm very excited for it.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And if we are talking about V8, we may also mention that V7 is not forgotten. And this is one of the examples which caught my attention. Polstering raised the issue with Umbraco forms after the upgrade, and 2 days after that, the bug fix went out, and everything is back on track. So the divide line between V7 and V8 is still there, and it's good to see that still there's a lot of hard lost in the V8 and V7 development. What else do we have? Umbraco Cloud Record is coming, and that's another thing I think which is good to discuss about, because we've seen the issues with Umbraco Cloud. We've seen a lot of good and bad words flying around, but still that's an amazing piece of tool, an amazing piece of software. So that's good to see that it's still growing, and I'm more than sure that it will be growing more and more. But Laura, maybe having you here, did you start or fired up any projects with Umbraco Cloud, or you are not in the knowledge of it yet? Maybe.
Whether I have projects on Umbraco Cloud?
Yes. Do you have any?
Yes, actually, the festival website runs on Umbraco Cloud.
Oh yeah.
Are you using the content migrations?
I'm not so familiar with those things. Sorry.
So okay, yeah. There's I think even for editors, there's some really cool stuff in Cloud. So like the idea of I can edit content here, and then I can push it to my environment, that sort of stuff. I think a while back we did a video, Marcin, maybe you remember, like someone seeing the content migrations work for the first time. I think it was Katie.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, and then someone shared it with the clients, and they said, yeah, we need that. And even if the architecture was not prepared to handle this side, we needed to step back and say, maybe not yet, but at some point it will be also possible to be done for bigger sites and bigger architectures. And Callum, a roundup across the releases. It will be hard. So let me share my screen, and I will leave you to comment what happened. Super value converters, your package?
Yep. Lee put in a new. Lee made an icon, and a couple of people fixed some bugs, and I fixed some bugs.
Nice. So it got even better.
Yes.
Anthony released the Dunk Easy Ucache library, which is helping to deal with performance optimization around items which probably needs to be cached. So it's something what he uses as a helper for saving some time to call elements which are usually get by traversing the tree inside of Umbraco content tabs. The next one is a media info from Pulse. It's a content app with some exit data from
exit data.
Really useful for someone who is maybe gathering, for example, media items from reporters or people like that. Did you see this one from Off-Road Code, this favorite content for property editors?
Wow, that's cool.
Because it's something what I've seen for the first time. It's a new package, obviously, but as an editor, you can select the favorite properties by probably toggling this heart underneath the label, and then it's gathered in your favorite content tab in Umbraco. So
and then can you edit them there?
Yes, you can probably edit them there. I'm really tempted to test it, but I'm more than sure that it's driven by the need of editors to have the favorite or the most used properties, maybe, or the most edited ones.
I guess if you've got a big document type with lots of properties,
like this one, for example,
values at the same time, then you just go this.
So using this package, editors can fix the bad implementations of developers and the bad separation of properties into tabs. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I'm really curious how the implementation of it is working, because it seems like a lot of Angular with some injections and magic behind the scenes. So yeah, well done. Doc type picker from Ian. So yeah, the drop down to pick the the document types. Also probably really useful stuff. The application and couple starter kits. I've seen them. They were missing for a long time. Right now we have the CV resume starter kit and also the Bulma starter kit. I don't know if it was released on Friday or after Friday, but yeah, more starter kits, more pre-populated content items for Umbraco, and two last ones which we've gathered: the grid layout video for so editor for grid, where you can specify the ID of YouTube video and just render it straight from the grid. And one of probably my favorite from this bunch is the load balancing health check from Moriyama and Mark Goodson. So everyone who is load balancing the sites on cloud, and not only, there is a health check right now to check if Umbraco is prepared well to handle the scenario when we are load balancing stuff. And that was a package release roundup. A lot of things happened in 1 week.
That's insane.
And it's sad because I was working only on one feature and one bug, which caught me and placed me in front of the desk for the whole week. It's
have you fixed it or built it yet?
Yes, why do you think I'm so happy right now? I fixed it. I fixed it in the morning today, so Friday now. Cool. And the last thing which we've found and seen during this week was not directly related with software. And Callum, you've raised it. It's Niels's activity around the Danish ICT Industry Association, and Niels is joining the board and executive committee in there.
Yeah, so I guess he'll be. I guess I have no idea who the Danish ICT Industry Association are, but I assume they kind of
sounds cool. Sounds pro. But I from all of the comments and interactions on this thread, it seems like it can change a lot in terms of having a voice in this community straight from the people who are doing open source and software for a long time, and being an active community drivers. I would say that's great, and
help shift some people's ethos maybe onto more open source, open-minded type thing.
Yeah, so we just wanted to congrats Niels, and yeah, we will see how it will help for Umbraco as well as a project, because I'm more than sure that it will give some exposure and visibility for the project itself. So yeah, it was a busy week.
And a busy week next week, I think, because maybe less for us, maybe more for Laura.
No, Laura said everything is ready, so I think you will be just waiting for people in front of the office, right? So what's the most important part which has left for you as a preparation for the festival?
What's the most important part? I think just getting the team ready and that everyone knows what to do, and just that everything can really run smoothly. That's very important to me.
Yeah. And we said earlier, there's still some tickets. So
yes,
if anyone is going to make a last-minute decision to come to Frankfurt or is in Frankfurt and wants to come along, buy your ticket, because I know, being an organizer, and Marcin knows, that people buying their tickets last minute is the biggest nightmare in the world. Because
yeah, you really. But we have enough food for everyone, so you're just welcome to come.
But buy it now, tag us on Twitter, and you will be joining umbraCoffee live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really can't wait to visit Frankfurt for the second time. We will be there from Thursday. So yeah, it's exciting week ahead. Thank you, Laura, for joining us this week.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we are looking forward for the next week, from where we will be streaming live our weekly dose of umbraCoffee.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, thank you all for watching, for being with us, and see you next week.
Cool.
Cheers.
Right.
Cheers.
Thank you, Laura.